Hi everybody, today I'm going to show you how to oil your hair with coconut oil. There's lots of different ways that people do this and different products that they say that they use. I want to show you what I use and what I've always used and how I've done it and been successful in it turning out good, and also in being able to get it all out of my hair. I've read lots of times about people doing it and then it's still being greasy in their hair. That's because of the way that they're doing it and how they're washing it out. Okay, so this is where most people are going to tell you to use something different. And I'm going to tell you to use the cheap cooking coconut oil. Okay, people always say use the refined oil. Well, I use the refined oil if I'm going to eat it or take it internally. This is just going on my hair. There's the reason I've tried the refined oil and or the unrefined oil. I'm sorry, unrefined oil. Unrefined means that it's not been processed. This has been processed. So the unrefined oil is what they recommend that you take. That's what you take internally. Some people say they use that on their hair. I don't use it on my hair because I've tried it on my hair and it's a different texture. It's thinner to me than, I don't know, it's just a different texture. It doesn't come out. I'm going to show you. This is the Luann coconut oil. It's super cheap. You can get a bigger one than this for like $6 at Walmart. I don't know what's all over the front of this. It's not hair dye because I don't dye my hair, and you can I have proof. If you look, there's like 20 gray hairs right there, so there's proof I don't dye my hair. I don't know what's on it, but anyway, this is the Luann. This is what it looks like, and there's two ways you can do this. I don't know if you can see in there how solid it is. You can take it out just like this, out of the jar, and you can rub it between your hands. And it turns to liquid, and you can start rubbing it on your hair. Or you can heat it up in the microwave for just till it is not solid anymore. I don't know if I can show you that. Until it's a liquid. You don't want it hot that you burn yourself. It's not. It's just warm. And I'm going to show you how I do mine. Some people say don't use it on your scalp. I do it on my scalp. So I do mine different than a lot of people do it. But it's what's worked for me, and I've been oiling my hair. Oops, sorry. I've been oiling my hair since 2011. Doing it the same way, and I always get it out, and this is the way that I like it. So I start at my ends, and I dip my fingers into my warm oil. And this feels really good if you get it a little bit warm. It feels good on your scalp. Okay, so I just dip my fingers in there, get it on my hands, and I start at my ends. And I start on dry hair. And I just start massaging in there. I use a lot of oil. So wear something that you don't care about getting messy, because you're going to get it on your clothes if you don't. I'll start, another thing is you can section your hair, which is what I really need to do. And I don't know if I have any clips right here. Let me see if I have a pen. Hold on. Oil all over my hands. I keep all my bobby pins in my Moroccan argan oil container. Okay, so pin this up out of the way. We'll do it a section at a time because it does work better that way. If you're in a hurry, you can just do it the other way and it won't cover quite as much. Now, the way I'm doing it today is when you have time. Don't do this in a hurry. You don't want to do this in the morning before you go to work or something. Okay, so start on your ends, work your way up, when you need to, dipping your hands in it. And don't do this if you're afraid of getting it out. I mean, you can do it, but don't be afraid to wash it out is what I mean. You have to really wash your hair afterwards. Okay, I don't use any conditioner after I do this. I normally use conditioner, but after I oil my hair, I won't use any conditioner. I promise you won't need it. Everybody says, oh, I have to put conditioner in. It may feel like you do after you wash this, but when it dries, you won't, I promise. It will be so shiny and pretty, and you will say, oh yeah, I didn't need conditioner. She was right. Okay, so now I have it all throughout my hair, and I'm just going to do my ends one more time, because that's where all the dryness is at mostly. If you have, I mean, it always is the ends of your hair. Okay, alright, now I get it all over my hands. Take my glasses off. Okay. And just start massaging your scalp. And I know I've read so many times on hair groups and stuff where people say don't put this in your scalp, but I always do. I've been doing it for 3 years, and it's the way I like it. And I've done it, I've also tried to do it after suggestions of people saying just do your length. And I just don't like it as much. It just feels better like this. Okay, so now I've got my hair completely saturated, and you can sit here, and if you're really stressed out, you just massage, and you can even get in the bath and just massage and massage and massage, and you know, leave this in, and just do your scalp and not all your hair if you're going to get in the bath, because it's hard to wash out. Okay. So now that you're beautiful and your beautiful hairdo, you cover it in plastic, and most people own shower caps. I don't. I always forget to buy them. I don't know why. So I'm going to cover all of this with my trusty grocery bag. Okay, and of course my hair always falls out, so then I just twist it back up and tuck it back in. Make sure my ends are oiled. Do this one more time, sorry. This is going to be a long video. People are going to complain. The video is too long. I had to watch through all of that. But you can fast forward through this. Okay, so get all your hair up in there. Get this pretty look going. Just twist it. I have hair in my mouth. Okay. Tuck it or whatever. However you want to do it, you can pin this. However, okay. There's two ways you can do this. You can cover it in plastic, which I find works better. I used to do mine, when I first started doing it, I would just twist it or something and pin it, leave it on my head and go about my day. And, you know, leave it in for an hour, put in a bun or something high, and just leave it. And just go about cleaning the house or whatever, and then come back in like an hour or 2 hours and wash it out. And that works good too. You can do it that way. If you want to sit here with this bag on your head, put your hair up in a high bun, you know, like a regular little, just twist it around, pin it, and, you know, do what you need to do. Come back and wash it out later. If I'm squinting, it's because I can't see. But I'm going to do it like this, and you can put a towel, tuck all your little hairs into the plastic as much as you can. I've got lots of little baby hair. And leave this in for at least 30 minutes, but I like to leave it in like an hour. But at least 30 minutes. Then when I come back, well, I'm going to go, after the time I'm just going to go ahead and go do it, but let me tell you how I wash this out, because I'm not taking this camera in the shower with me. Okay, so what I'm going to do, when I get ready to wash this out, I'm going to leave it in 30 minutes or an hour, and then go and wash it out. When I wash it out, I wet my hair really good, get it really soapy, I'm really soaked with water. And then when you use your shampoo, you're going, I have oil on my glasses too. When you use your shampoo, you're going to make sure your hair's really wet, and you're going to add a little shampoo. You're going to start trying to lather it, and as you're lathering, you're going to keep adding a little bit in the shower. You need to do this in the shower. You'll keep adding a little bit more water and keep lathering and lathering and lathering and lathering. Keep kind of wetting it as you're going. If you need to add a little more shampoo, add it. Your hair should be really, really lathered, okay? So then, after you get it all lathered like this, you're going to wash it upside down. So bend over in the shower, because you need to get all of this. If you don't bend over, you're not going to get all this hair that's underneath here, and your hair's still going to be oily. This is the main thing to me, is bending upside down in the shower to get it out. So just really lather it and kind of just make sure your hair's wet. The wetter it is while you're adding the shampoo and doing it, it's going to lather more. Okay, so do that twice. And people say, oh, you do all that oiling and you wash your hair twice. What good does it do? It just does. It works. And wash it twice, and it's still going to feel good, I promise. So wash it out twice. You do not have to add any kind of conditioner to this afterwards. If you want to, you can add a vinegar rinse, and you can use apple cider vinegar. I hate the smell of apple cider vinegar, so I use white vinegar, but most people always say use apple cider vinegar. But basically all you do on the vinegar is 3 to 1 water, I'm sorry, 2 parts water, 1 part vinegar. So just in like a water bottle or something, add 1/3 of the way full of vinegar, and then the other 2/3 of the way will be full of water. And then you just put that on your hair, leave it in there for about a minute, and then rinse it out. And then afterwards, you know, you can just let this air dry, or you can blow dry it, and you'll notice that all this frizz and stuff will be a lot tamer, and just feel so much better. But if you don't wash it completely out, then you're going to say, you know, you hated this because your hair still feels greasy. So once you do this a few times, you can get the hang or the feel for if the oil is out of your hair while it's wet. I can tell now if mine still has oil in it or not while it's still got shampoo in it. So give it a try. Try the vinegar rinse. Also, I'll do a video pretty soon on the baking soda, using the baking soda for shampoo and the vinegar rinse. I don't do it all the time, but it really is nice to do just to clear your hair up from products and stuff. I learned that from my friend Emily, so I'll give her a shout out on this video and on the one when I do it. I keep rubbing my hands together because I have oil all over it. So anyway, I will post some pictures of my after, because I'm going to wash it and go ahead and let it dry and everything, and then I will post some pictures of how it looks afterwards, or add to this video. We'll just see, because it takes forever to combine 2 videos and upload them on my Movie Maker. So anyway, but I will give you an after result. Thank you. Hope you enjoy it. Hi everybody. Okay, so this is the after on the coconut oil. And all that I've done, I didn't put any conditioner in my hair. All I did was wash it like I told you I would, twice upside down, and did the vinegar rinse, and I let it dry almost, probably 3/4 of the way dry. And then I hit it with the blow dryer just so I could show you get this video made. But it does, and I did not brush my hair until after it was dry. I didn't even comb it until after it was dry. When it's wet and I just let it hang dry, and then when it starts getting a little bit where it's not quite as wet, then I'll start running my fingers through it. Either that, or you can use a wide tooth comb, but I didn't know where mine was, and I don't want to use my brush through it. I use this brush normally, but I don't like to brush my wet hair, so I just put my fingers through it. And then when it was about 3/4 of the way dry, I went ahead and finished it with a blow dryer using my fingers. And I did, the only thing that I added to my hair was a heat protectant, because I don't want to, you know, damage my ends. So I don't use heat hardly at all anymore, maybe 4 times a month, maybe. I don't know. You know, sometimes when I wash it and I know I'm going to wear it down, then I might, so that it looks, you know, somewhat straight and not frizzy. But if I'm going to wear it in an updo, there's no point in using heat and everything, so I just let it dry naturally.